Hey, imagine holding a nickel in your hand, a simple, ordinary coin worth 5 cents to most people. But what if I told you that this coin could be worth $1.3 million? Yes, you heard that right, $1.3 million. And the best part? It could be sitting unnoticed in your pocket, your jar of spare change, or your grandfather's old collection. What if you're holding on to your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle without even knowing it? Now, before you dismiss this as impossible or too good to be true, let me ask you this. What if you ignored this opportunity and found out later that you missed your shot at financial freedom? Wouldn't that sting? Stick with me for the next 10 minutes as I reveal everything you need to know about the 1982 Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin that's taken the collector's world by storm, and how you can turn your dusty old nickels into life-changing wealth. The story begins the coin and its million-dollar secret. The 1982 Monticello Jefferson nickel doesn't look all that special at first glance. In fact, it's the kind of coin you might accidentally hand over for a vending machine snack. But what makes this particular coin so extraordinary is a rare minting error, one that turned a regular nickel into one of the most coveted treasures in the world of numismatics. Here's the backstory. In 1982, the Denver Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels. But among these coins, a few were struck with a defect, a die clash that caused subtle but highly valuable misalignments in the design. These tiny flaws, invisible to the untrained eye, have skyrocketed this coin's value. Why? Because collectors go absolutely wild for rare errors. To them, it's like finding a Van Gogh painting at a garage sale. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist. The scarcity, combined with the flawless condition of a few lucky survivors, is why a 1982 Monticello nickel recently sold for a staggering $1.3 million at auction. Now, let me ask you something. Are you starting to feel a little curious? Maybe even a little excited? Hold that thought, because things are about to get even more interesting. Act 2. The discovery. Could you be holding one? Now, before you start digging through your coin jars, let's talk about what sets this coin apart and how you can identify if you're holding one of these hidden treasures. First, examine the reverse side of the nickel, the side with Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's historic home. Look closely for crisp details in the building's pillars, dome, and steps. Coins with perfect strikes and nowhere are rare. But here's the real jackpot. Inspect the coin for any signs of a die clash or doubling in the lettering. These subtle errors are the telltale signs of the million-dollar nickel. And here's where things get exciting. Even if your coin doesn't show these signs, its condition alone could fetch you thousands. Coins graded as mint state by professional graders like PCGS or NGC can command huge premiums, even without errors. But here's the twist. What if you have this coin and don't even know it? It happens more often than you think. In fact, countless stories have surfaced of people unknowingly spending rare coins or letting them collect dust in storage. So, here's the million-dollar question. What would you do if you found one? Keep it as a trophy or cash in for life-changing money? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Cliffhanger transition. Now, you might be wondering, how do I get my coin graded? How do I sell it for top dollar? Don't worry. I'll break it all down for you in just a moment. But first, let's address the fear that might be creeping in. What if you don't check your coins and let a million-dollar opportunity slip through your fingers? Stick with me, because I'm about to share the step-by-step process that will ensure you never miss out on a fortune. The call to action: don't let wealth slip away. Inspect and preserve. Carefully examine your coin for signs of errors or high-quality strikes. Handle it gently, preferably with gloves, to avoid damaging its surface. Authenticate and grade. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Their certification will instantly boost the coin's value and credibility. Find the right buyer. Rare coins like this attract high-end collectors and auction houses. Platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers are ideal for selling to serious buyers willing to pay top dollar. Now, let me ask you this: what's stopping you from taking action? Is it the fear of getting it wrong? The worry that your coin might not be valuable? Here's the truth. Doing nothing is the only way to guarantee you'll miss out. Take the leap. Check your coins. Get them graded. Because while others are hesitating, you could be living the wealthy lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought. Somewhere, right now, someone is holding a 1982 Monticello Jefferson nickel, completely unaware of its worth. Could be a retired veteran, a young collector, or you. The question is, will you let this opportunity pass by, or will you seize it? Every day that passes, more of these rare coins are discovered, sold, and added to private collections. Gone forever. Don't let this be another what-if story you tell years down the road. Now, it's your turn. Go check your coins. And who knows? The next millionaire collector might just be watching this video right now. If this video inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this with anyone who dreams of turning their old coins into wealth. Together, let's uncover the treasures hiding in plain sight. What if I told you that a simple, unassuming nickel in your pocket could be worth over $1.2 million? Yes, you heard that right. This is not a dream, not a scam, and definitely not a joke. The 1981 Monticello Jefferson nickel has sent shockwaves through the coin-collecting world, and it could just change your life too. Are you ready to uncover its secrets? When was the last time you actually checked the coins in your spare change? Maybe it's time to start, because that nickel in your junk drawer might just make you a millionaire. And hey, if you're already digging through your couch cushions, don't worry, we'll wait. Just kidding. We've got a lot to cover. Act 2. The journey, building the narrative. Let's rewind to 1981. A time when gas was just over $1, Ronald Reagan had just stepped into the White House, and the U.S. Mint was churning out billions of coins. Among those coins was the 1981 Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia. On the surface, it seemed like just another nickel. But some of these coins were struck with an extraordinary flaw. A flaw so rare and significant that it's now worth over $1 million. The crazy part? Most people had no idea. These nickels were casually spent at grocery stores, dropped into vending machines, and forgotten. And now only a handful remain in pristine condition. Could one of them be sitting in your home right now? And if you're thinking, oh, my luck is terrible, there's no way I have one, just remember. The last person who found one thought the same thing. Turns out, even unlucky people get lucky sometimes. So what makes this nickel so special? It's all about the die error. Coins struck with misaligned or double dies often have unique markings or design anomalies that make them incredibly valuable. The 1981 Jefferson nickel is no exception. Its distinctive features, including subtle doubling on the word Monticello and 5 cents, are what set it apart. Identifying one of these nickels isn't as simple as grabbing a magnifying glass. It requires a trained eye, a little patience, and, well, we'll get to that part soon. The resolution delivering value. Now, let's talk about the part you've been waiting for. How do you know if you have one? And how much is it really worth? First, check the coin's date and mint mark. The mint mark, P, should be clearly visible under the year 1981. Next, look closely at the lettering around Monticello and 5 cents. If you notice doubling or a slight misalignment, you could be holding a jackpot in your hand. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm your find and assign a grade, which heavily influences the coin's value. If authenticated and graded in top condition, this nickel can fetch over $1.2 million at auction. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money. Pay off your mortgage? Travel the world? Secure your retirement? The possibilities are endless. Or maybe you'll just frame it on your wall and tell everyone, that's my $1 million nickel. No big deal. So what are you waiting for? Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Go grab your coin jars, search your old collections, and take a closer look. The next big discovery could be yours. And remember, time is ticking. Rare coins like this don't just sit around forever. It only takes one coin to change your life. The 1981 Jefferson nickel proves that even the smallest things can hold incredible value. So take action today. Your journey to wealth and freedom could start with something as small as a nickel. Did you know a small, seemingly ordinary nickel in your pocket could be worth over $1.4 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single 1989 Jefferson nickel with the Monticello design may just be the key to unlocking the lifestyle of your dreams. Imagine turning a coin you've been ignoring for years into the wealth that changes everything. But here's the twist. Only a select few of these nickels hold this unimaginable value. Could you already have one sitting in your jar of spare change or an old drawer? What if you've already spent it unknowingly? If that thought doesn't make you rethink all the nickels you've casually handed over at the coffee shop, I don't know what will. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll not only know how to spot this rare coin, but also how to cash in on its mind-blowing worth. Trust me, this is a video you cannot afford to miss. But before we get to the juicy details, let me ask you something. How often do opportunities like this slip through your fingers simply because you didn't know what to look for? Let's dive into the history and details of the 1989 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. First, the basics. The P mint mark signifies that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Over 1 billion of these coins were produced in 1989. So why is just one worth $1.4 million? The answer lies in its rarity and condition. This particular coin is a specimen unlike any other. It's believed to possess a minting error or an extraordinary feature that has made it a prized collector's dream. For example, certain 1989 P nickels show doubling on the obverse side or have rare die clashes, making them exceptionally unique. Now, not all errors are created equal, but some of them can be the golden ticket. And no, unfortunately, just being old and wrinkled doesn't make your pocket change valuable. Otherwise, I'd be digging through my car's cup holder right now. The key to identifying these coins is not just about finding any 1989 P nickel. It's about recognizing the specific markers that collectors are paying top dollar for. Keep watching because in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly what you should look for. But first, let me share a quick story. One that might just give you goosebumps. A man in Ohio stumbled across an old jar of coins in his grandmother's attic. Among them, a nickel caught his eye. It turned out to be the elusive 1989 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. He was skeptical at first, but after sending it to be professionally graded, the coin was valued at over $1.4 million. Just like that, his life changed forever. Now, imagine if that were you. Think about the vacations you could take, the home you could buy, or the financial freedom you could finally achieve. It all starts with a simple act of paying attention to the coins you already have. So, how do you identify this treasure? First, examine the Monticello side for any unusual features. Doubling, a misaligned strike, or a strange texture. Then, inspect the coin's condition. Is it near perfect? If you're unsure, don't take any chances. Send it to a professional grader like PCGS or NGC for authentication. The longer you wait, the harder it might be to cash in. Rare coins like these are only becoming more valuable as collectors scramble to find them. Now, here's the question only you can answer. Are you going to let this opportunity pass you by? Or are you going to take action? Don't let fear or doubt stop you. Have you ever held a fortune in your hand without even knowing it? Imagine this, a single nickel worth not 5 cents, not $5, but an astonishing $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just any coin. It's the 2008 D Monticello Jefferson nickel that has set the coin collecting world on fire. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why this nickel is so valuable, but also discover how you might unknowingly have a hidden treasure sitting in your spare change. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you checked the coins rattling in your pocket? What if one of them could change your life forever? Pattern interrupt, slight chuckle, and hey, don't lie. You probably only pay attention to coins when the vending machine spits them out. Transition with suspenseful music fading in. Let's take a moment to unravel the mystery behind this extraordinary coin. What makes the 2008 D Monticello Jefferson nickel so special? It all comes down to a rare combination of minting errors, unusual characteristics, and a surge in demand from collectors worldwide. At the Denver Mint, one of the most renowned mints in the United States, accidentally produced a very limited batch of these nickels with a flawed strike. The Monticello design, a tribute to Thomas Jefferson's historic home, came out with intricate details that were slightly distorted, creating what collectors call a miracle of imperfection. Only a handful of these coins ever made it into circulation. Most were destroyed before they could leave the mint. So, when one surfaces, it sends shockwaves through the coin collecting community. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. What if I told you the most recent sale of this nickel wasn't a lucky fluke but part of a much larger trend? Stick around, and I'll show you why experts believe the value of this coin could climb even higher in the years to come. Shift to an inspirational tone with uplifting background music. So, why is this nickel worth $1.2 million? The answer lies in its perfect storm of rarity, history, and demand. Coin collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums for coins that tell a unique story. And this particular coin, it's not just rare, it's practically a unicorn. There's still a chance one of these nickels is hiding in plain sight. Maybe in a jar of old coins, at the bottom of your junk drawer, or even in change from a purchase you made years ago. And no, I'm not suggesting you dig through your couch cushions. Unless you really want to, of course. Transition seamlessly into urgency. The truth is, time is running out. Every time one of these nickels is discovered and sold, it becomes harder and harder for others to find. That means if you wait, you could miss out on the opportunity to claim a life-changing treasure. Grab every nickel you can find and look for the year 2008 and the letter D on the side of the coin. Pay close attention to the Monticello design. If it looks even slightly unusual, don't brush it off, it could be your golden ticket. And don't stop there. Reach out to a trusted coin appraiser or auction house. They can help you verify its authenticity and even connect you with top-tier collectors willing to pay a premium price point. One moment, it's just a nickel in your hand. The next, it's the key to a luxurious lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Fancy cars, dream vacations, early retirement. It's all possible with just one discovery. But remember, opportunities like this don't last forever. Are you willing to take the chance and let this life-changing moment pass you by? Or will you act now and claim your future? And here's the kicker. This isn't the only coin worth millions sitting in circulation right now. In my next video, I'll reveal another shockingly valuable coin you might already own. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. A dramatic fade out of the coin spinning one last time, with bold text on the screen reading, "Will you be the next to discover treasure in your pocket?" Have you ever held a coin in your hand and wondered if it could change your life? What if I told you that a simple 1993p Monticello Jefferson nickel might just be worth a staggering $1.4 million? Yes, you heard that right, $1.4 million for a coin you could have sitting in an old jar right now. Now, before you shrug this off, let me ask you a question. If someone handed you $1.4 million and said, all you need is to check your spare change, would you do it? Of course, you would. This is not just another coin story. It's your chance to uncover hidden treasure and maybe even step into a whole new lifestyle of wealth and freedom. But here's the kicker. Most people will never realize the fortune they're holding until it's too late. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and I'll reveal what makes this coin so valuable, the secret traits to look for, and how you can cash in before someone else does. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Point 1. The coin's history. Let's rewind to 1993. Gas was a little over $1 per gallon. Bill Clinton had just entered the White House. And in Philadelphia, a batch of Jefferson nickels rolled off the minting press. Sounds ordinary, right? Except for one little detail, something went terribly right with a few of these coins. You see, certain 1993p Jefferson nickels possess a rare minting error, and it's this flaw that turned them from pocket change into an absolute goldmine. These errors make the coin one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of numismatics, or, as most of us would call it, coin collecting. Now, if you're thinking, why would anyone pay $1.4 million for a nickel? You're not alone. But here's the thing, rarity creates value. And this nickel, with its unique characteristics, is rarer than a winning lottery ticket. Point 2. What to look for. Here's where it gets exciting. The $1.4 million Jefferson nickel isn't just any 1993p coin. It has specific markers that set it apart, and I'll tell you exactly what they. First, look at the Monticello building on the back. A minting error might cause parts of the building to appear doubled or slightly blurred. A slight misalignment can indicate a rare minting process that boosts its value. And third, inspect the P mint mark under magnification. Some rare coins display faint doubling in this area. Here's a fun thought. What if the nickel sitting in your pocket right now has one of these errors? Wouldn't that change everything? Humor, imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions, and instead of finding crumbs and spare buttons, you pull out $1.4 million. Suddenly, your couch is worth more than your car. Who knew furniture could be an investment? Okay, back to the serious stuff. Point 3. The urgency to act. Here's the truth. While these coins are incredibly valuable, the market is competitive. The longer you wait to act, the higher the chance someone else will cash in before you. Every day, collectors and auction houses are on the hunt for these hidden gems, and once a coin of this caliber is found, its value may never be the same. But here's the part that most people miss. What if you don't find the coin yourself? What's the alternative? Don't worry, we'll get to that in just a moment. Point 4. How to sell your coin. So, you've found a 1993 Jefferson nickel that looks promising. What's next? The key is to get your coin authenticated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations will verify the coin's rarity and condition, giving you an official grade that can drastically increase its value. Once graded, you'll want to connect with major auction houses or reputable online marketplaces like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. These platforms specialize in rare coins and attract serious buyers who are willing to pay top dollar. But here's the best part: your life could change forever. Imagine selling a coin for $1.4 million and using that money to retire early, travel the world, or invest in your dream business. Emotional close now. Let me ask you one final question. Are you going to let this opportunity slip through your fingers? Or will you take action today, dig through your collection, and potentially uncover a life-changing treasure? Because here's the thing, opportunities like this don't come often, and they certainly don't wait. And if you think this is the only coin worth millions, think again. In my next video, I'll reveal another common coin that's breaking auction records right now. Subscribe so you don't miss out, and start turning your spare change into serious wealth. Your dream life could be just one coin away. What are you waiting for? Imagine this. A tiny nickel sitting in the bottom of your drawer could be the key to unlocking a $1.1 million fortune. Yes, you heard that right. A single coin worth more than a luxury sports car, a dream vacation, or even a house. But how can you tell if you're holding onto this jackpot in disguise? Hi, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the story of the rare and extraordinary 1998 Monticello Jefferson nickel. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify if you have one, and why you need to act fast before the market shifts. So stay tuned. This could change your life. But let me ask you a question. When was the last time you really looked at your spare change? Be honest. Most of us ignore it, right? Well, after today, you'll never look at a nickel the same way again. Now, before you rush off to dump your piggy bank all over the floor, stick with me. Trust me, it's worth it, literally. Act 2. The build-up and emotional connection. Think about this. How many times have you seen stories of ordinary people striking it rich? The retired teacher who found a rare painting in her attic. The young couple who discovered a valuable comic book hidden in an old chest. Those stories spark excitement, don't they? Now, imagine that being you. The 1998 Monticello Jefferson nickel isn't just any coin. It's a treasure, a piece of history with a story that's captured the attention of collectors worldwide. So what's the deal with this coin, and why is it worth $1.10 million? This coin features an incredibly rare minting anomaly. Due to a production error, a small batch of these nickels left the Denver Mint with unique imperfections. These errors make it a collector's dream. The value skyrockets if the coin is in uncirculated or near-mint condition. We're talking pristine quality here, folks. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist. It's basic economics. When supply is low and demand is high, prices soar. But here's the catch. Not every 1998 nickel is worth a fortune. So how do you know if yours is the real deal? I'll break it down for you in just a moment. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. The climax and call to action. Here's the thing, the clock is ticking. Rare coins like this don't stay on the market for long. As more collectors and investors snatch them up, the chances of finding one decrease every single day. You don't want to be the person who realizes too late that you let $1 million coin slip through your fingers. Look for the small D below Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for any unusual die marks, doubling, or other imperfections. If you think you have one, don't hesitate to get it appraised by a professional coin grader. They'll confirm its authenticity and condition. What if you don't check your coins, and someone else finds it instead? Imagine the regret of knowing you could have been the one cashing that $1 million check. This is your chance to turn pocket change into life-changing wealth. Picture yourself paying off your mortgage, traveling the world, or simply living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. All thanks to a nickel. So what happens next? That's up to you. Are you going to let this opportunity pass you by? Or are you going to take action and see if you're holding on to a fortune? The answer could be in your hands right now. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing tips on rare coins and collectibles. And remember, every coin has a story. What's yours? Have you ever held a coin in your hand and wondered if it could change your life? What if I told you that a humble nickel from 1980, minted in Philadelphia, could be worth an astonishing $1.5 million? Yes, you heard that right. A nickel, just 5 cents, potentially worth more than most people's homes. But here's the thing. You could be holding one of these rare nickels right now and not even know it. This isn't just about a coin. It's about a hidden opportunity, one that could transform your financial future. So stick with me for the next 10 minutes because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why time is of the essence. By the way, have you checked your couch cushions lately? Don't laugh, they might be worth a fortune. Act 2. The conflict and rising action. Let's dive into the story behind this extraordinary 1980p Jefferson nickel. What makes it so special? For starters, the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and while millions of these nickels were produced, a select few possess a unique flaw, a minting error so rare that collectors are willing to pay millions to own it. But what exactly is this error, and how can you tell if your nickel is the jackpot? Before we get there, let me paint a picture. Imagine this, you're sorting through your old coin jar. First, it feels like a chore, but then you spot something unusual. A slight misalignment on the Monticello design or a strange doubling on the lettering. Could this be the coin? Your heart races. You grab a magnifying glass, and the more you inspect it, the more you realize. This might be it. Suddenly, you're Googling faster than a teenager trying to cheat on a pop quiz. These coins are becoming increasingly rare. As collectors snap them up, the chances of finding one diminish. And the value? The skyrocketing. A recent auction saw one of these nickels sell for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. That's not just life-changing money. That's legacy-building money. But there's a catch. Not every 1980p Jefferson nickel is worth millions. In fact, only a few meet the criteria. So, how do you know if yours is the real deal? The resolution and call to action. Let's break it down. To identify a valuable 1980p Jefferson nickel, you'll need to look for specific features. Pay close attention to the Monticello building on the reverse side. Does it appear slightly doubled? Check the P mint mark under magnification. Is there a unique flaw or strike error? These are the signs that could signal you've hit the jackpot. But don't stop there. Condition matters. Coins in mint state, untouched and pristine, fetch the highest prices. If you've got one tucked away in a drawer, don't clean it. Even a small scratch can reduce its value significantly. Now, you might be wondering, how do I verify if my coin is authentic? And where can I sell it to get the most money? This is where time becomes critical. Coins like this often go unnoticed for decades, only to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for. That's why I urge you to take action now. Go through your collection, inspect every nickel, and if you find one that matches the description, get it appraised by a reputable numismatist. And if you're thinking, well, I don't have any coins lying around, maybe it's time to raid Grandma's attic. Just saying. Imagine what $1.5 million could do for you. Pay off debts, buy your dream home, travel the world, provide for your family. This isn't just about a coin. It's about seizing an opportunity that could redefine your life. So here's what you need to do next. Take out those old jars, boxes, and collections. Look closely at every 1980p Jefferson nickel you find. Share this video with friends and family who might have coins hidden away. You never know who could be sitting on a fortune. What if I told you that a humble 5-cent coin could transform your life overnight? Yes, a single nickel from 2022, stamped with a tiny P, could be worth $1.7 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's the kicker. This isn't just another collector's tale. It's real, and it could change your financial destiny. Are you holding one of these gold mines without even realizing it? Stick with me because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for, why this coin is so valuable, and how you can cash in before it's too late. Let me ask you this. How many nickels have passed through your hands in your lifetime? Hundreds? Thousands? Maybe you tossed them into a jar, never giving them a second thought. What if I told you that inside one of those jars could be a life-changing treasure? Here's where it gets exciting. The 2022 Monticello Jefferson nickel isn't just another coin. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And no, this isn't some overblown internet rumor. This coin exists and collectors are willing to pay top dollar, $1.7 million to be exact, for it. But why? Why is this nickel worth more than most people's homes? To understand, we need to dive into its story. A story filled with rarity, mystery, and yes, a little bit of luck. But hold on, before we go there, let me ask. When was the last time you actually looked at a nickel before spending it? Think about that. Could you be throwing away a fortune without even knowing it? By the way, when was the last time you cleaned out your couch cushions? Asking for a friend, because that could be your next treasure hunt. The conflict, why this coin is so valuable now, let's get into the why. What makes this particular nickel so valuable? It all comes down to two key factors, rarity and error. You see, in 2022, the US Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels at the Philadelphia Mint. But a tiny fraction, just a handful, came out with a rare error on the Monticello design. This error, invisible to the untrained eye, has turned this ordinary-looking coin into a $1 million masterpiece. Now, here's the twist. The error isn't just a minor smudge or a misplaced letter. It's something much more profound and rare. I'll reveal what it is in just a moment. But first, let's talk numbers. Coins like these are prized by high-end collectors who are willing to pay astronomical sums to complete their collections. In auctions, the 2022 Jefferson nickel with this rare flaw shattered expectations, selling for $1.7 million. Let that sink in. One nickel, one life-changing amount. Imagine this, walking into an auction with your nickel and suddenly, everyone's bidding on it like it's the last slice of pizza at a party. Wild, right? But here's where the fear comes in. What if you've already let one of these coins slip through your fingers? Or worse, what if you never even thought to check? The resolution, how you can benefit. Okay. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. What should you look for in the 2022 Monticello Jefferson nickel? Here's the big reveal. The error lies in the Monticello building itself. Look closely at the coin under a magnifying glass. If the steps of the Monticello design appear incomplete or doubled, you might just be holding a jackpot. This error, known as the full steps double die, is what makes this coin so sought after. But here's the catch. Only a trained expert can confirm the error's authenticity. That's why you need to get your coins appraised by a trusted numismatist. And yes, time is of the essence. Why the urgency? Coins like these are skyrocketing in value as collectors compete to snag the few remaining examples. If you wait too long, you might miss your shot. So, what's your next step? First, check your coins, every nickel, every jar, every drawer. Second, educate yourself. And finally, take action. Because here's the truth. Opportunities like this don't come around often, and when they do, they belong to those who are prepared. Don't let this be another what-if story in your life. Instead, let it be the moment you look back on and say, that's when everything changed. And hey, even if you don't find the $1 million nickel, at least you'll finally clean out your junk drawer.